Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos. I am BC Adebayo. On this week's edition, Governor Akinwumi Ambode reads Riot Act to traffic offenders, including commercial bus and motorcycle operators, street hawkers and motorists in general. The 2015 annual Lagos International Trade Fair kicks off. The Lagos State Civil Service gets a new head of service and 3 additional permanent secretaries, all in a bid to ensure efficiency and effective service delivery. Let's begin with security issues. Governor Akinwumi Ambode last week Friday convened an emergency security council meeting where he read a riot act to those who disobey the law in the state. Governor Ambode says he is uncomfortable with recent reports of increase in crime and also the flagrant disregard for traffic rules in the state.
Recent gridlock on major roads and highways in Lagos are becoming worrisome for residents. Commercial motorcycle operators, commercial buses and street hawkers returning to restricted roads, an indication that their actions may lead to an increase in crime. The state government has been confronted with these challenges for months. Despite several warnings and appeals, some motorists seem not to be bothered. Sensing a return to the old order, the state governor, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, says he will no longer tolerate situations where motorcyclists ply unauthorized routes. After an emergency security council meeting, Governor Ambode directs the full enforcement of the Lagos road traffic laws, especially as it concerns the restriction of Okada and tricycle operations.
It has become evident that traffic crimes and robbery are easily traced to the menace of motorcycle riders and street hawkers. As we proceed to implement our plans to actualize other modes of transportation, commercial motorcycles remain a stopgap remedy and only a stopgap. In addition to Okadas being used for crime, commercial buses are a menace on our roads. They have become very lawless and reckless. Many road users, especially those who should know better, seem to have also joined them in breaking traffic laws. This government is totally committed to the security of lives and property, as well as enforcing the rule of law. We will not allow a few notorious elements in our midst to cause a breakdown in law and order and upset the peace that we are used to in the state. To curtail these challenges, we have decided on the full enforcement of the Lagos State traffic laws. For the avoidance of doubt, no person shall ride, drive, or propel any cart or wheelbarrow or motorcycle or tricycle on any of the routes specified in Schedule 2 of the Lagos State Road Traffic Law of 2012. The routes on this schedule are Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Apapa-Oshodi Expressway, Omoroshoki-Oshodi Expressway, Lagos-Ikorodu Expressway, Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, Third Mainland Bridge, Etiosa-Lekki-Epe Expressway, Lagos-Badagry Expressway, Funshaw-Williams Avenue, Agege Motor Road, Etiosa-Lekki Coastal Road. Any person who fails to comply with any of the provisions of this section commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction as stipulated in the law.
Commercial bus operators and other road users who violate traffic laws are not left out as well.
Henceforth, all commercial vehicles, except bus rapid transport buses, must use only the service lanes in accordance with existing traffic laws. All conductors of commercial buses must sit down in their buses and keep the doors closed at all times while in motion. It is against the law for conductors to hang on the bus doors and leave the doors open. Any bus contravention will be met with severe punitive measures. Commercial buses can only drop and pick passengers at officially designated bus stops henceforth. Any illegal and indiscriminate picking and dropping of passengers is against the law. Other road users who break traffic laws will pay a compulsory traffic fine in accordance with the law. Mobile traffic courts are being introduced to prosecute offenders promptly.
Another concern is the traffic gridlock in the Apapa axis of the state, attributed to daily activities of petrol tankers in the area.
On the traffic situation, especially in the Apapa axis, the tank farms and the petrol tankers are the major cause of traffic. There are 42 tank farms in Lagos, and more are in the process of being approved. Lagos alone accounts for 80% of the cargo that come into the country through the port. 80 to 90% of the fuel used in Nigeria is loaded in Lagos. I met with tank farm and petroleum tanker owners more than 3 months ago and asked them to come up with a solution for the traffic gridlock which is caused by the tankers, queuing up on our roads and our bridges to load petroleum products. Till date, they have not come back to me with any solution. One of the areas of concern we looked into is the non-conformity with requisite conditions on the use of the seaports by the various elements operating in and out of the ports. These conditions include lack of due diligence in granting approval for the construction of tank farms, so that areas dedicated for truck holding bays are being used for other purposes. Refusal by tank farm owners to construct holding bays for tankers, leading to spilling over of tankers to the highways and bridges. Selling by importers of cargoes on board vessels rather than transporting the cargoes to the warehouses, from where upcountry trucks would have loaded them instead of the ports. Sale of products by marketers above available stock holding, making retailers put more tankers on the road than can be accommodated. Insufficient or lack of cargo handling equipment and other operating equipment by terminal operators, so that all port activities are slowed down. This state of affairs that has accentuated traffic gridlock in Apapa and its environs is no longer tolerable to the state government. All necessary arrangements have been made with the relevant regulatory institutions to sanction defaulting port users, importers, tank farm owners, terminal operators, shipping companies, etc. Based on this, the Security Council has decided as follows. All tank farms are hereby given a 90-day grace period to build loading bays for their tank farms. Any tank farm that fails to provide a loading bay after this grace period will be shut down by the state government. In addition, tank farm owners must desist from allocating pickup papers to trucks beyond and above their daily capacity, as is the case presently.
Governor Ambode then advised residents of the state to see the last 2 months of the year as a period that calls for vigilance and a change in attitude towards issues relating to crime and terrorism.
Fellow Lagosians, as we enter into the last 2 months of the year, we must all be vigilant and prepare to have a changed attitude towards the issues relating to crime and terrorism. We must be ready to cooperate with the government at all times. Nobody, I repeat, nobody should patronize street hawkers in traffic henceforth. The next hawker could be a robber or a terrorist. You are now well advised. If we all cooperate and decide not to buy, gradually and collectively, the hawkers will not come to the highways and streets anymore. Our roads will definitely become safer. Our security agencies have been directed to increase their presence on the roads and highways to ensure greater safety.
Stakeholders of transport associations who were also present at the briefing pledged their support and the need for their members to comply with the directive to ensure free flow of traffic and sanity on the roads.
His Excellency has given the directive, and the directive is not a request. You can only turn down a request, but a directive is made to be carried out, and we will do the needful.
As stakeholders in the Lagos project, we are in full support of what the governors have said. We are going to abide by the rules and it is important for every one of us to be security conscious in the state.
On behalf of other depot owners and managers at the Ibru complex, I am reassuring the governor that we will do our best to comply with the rules and all the requirements we set out today.
My reaction now, I'm going back to the office and call all my members to tell them what outcome of our meeting with the governor in Lagos State. And we are going to follow the directive of our Excellency Governor Akinwumi Ambode about the security and the traffic flow, traffic free and flow in Lagos State.
We agree that the numbers of last miles on the ground at the moment is not enough. So what we are doing is to assess the whole situation in a comprehensive manner so that we don't address it haphazardly. So very soon, we are going to increase the numbers of last mile people that are going to be on the road. But we have decided to address it in a systematic manner at the moment. So all the major corridors, you are going to find out that the last mile people are going to be there, and subsequently we are going to increase it to all the roads in Lagos State.
The council says it has made far-reaching decisions at the meeting in line with the commitment of the state government to ensure security of lives and property.